With the 2019 World Snooker Championships in the books, there is a debate raging on social media right now. What is more difficult, the perfect 147 break or the perfect 9-dart leg? A simple question, yes, but the answer is anything but. The great debate today on High Roller Radio. It really was a fantastic World Snooker Final. Congratulations to Judd Trump for beating a very game John Higgins, the legend. The pair put on a show, Trump especially, of fine cueing, imaginative putting, and superb positional play. The commentators on Eurosport calling it one of the best finals ever. And while both players had chances, no frame was perfect. No maximum. Settle the debate, tweeted Ladbrokes. Which is the harder feat, 9-darter or 147 break? Now, for the record, I retweeted that saying, I'd like to say the 9, but I just don't think so. Great debate, replied Darts Behind the Aki, which is now running a poll on its Facebook page. Can't wait for those results. Think about it. 15 reds, 15 blacks, then the colors versus 9 perfect arrows from nearly 8 feet away. Should preface this by saying both are not easy. To accomplish one or the other not only takes some God-given talent, years of practice, but more importantly, nerves of steel as well. Nerves of tungsten, you might say. They're both tough. But which is tougher? I'll defend darts all day long, said JS. But a 147 is definitely harder. I would say 147 too, agreed the Irish darts fan. 147, tweeted Dyson Parody, who once hit a 9-darter at PDCQ school, and I'm shit at darts, he said. Debate settled. As a dart player, said James Joyce, I have to say 147, there's no argument. Joyce followed that up with this. There's only one way around a 147. There are 3,000 plus ways about a 9-darter. You don't get darts accidentally glued to the cushion and need to get position on the black from it. In darts, he says, you can always throw for another high-scoring triple or the bullseye. To be fair, chimed in Matthew Edgar, I make a 9-darter look easier than it is, providing video evidence from his YouTube channel. Primetime then said, I can't even pot a ball of snooker, so my personal vote is for that. Some tough game. There was a ton of response from dart players and fans alike, all saying the 147. John with a good point right here. If nearly every dart player says 147, it's not really a debate. But wait, it is. How about this from Richard North, who's better at darts than most people on the planet? Both hard, he says, but a 9-darter needs to be perfect, while a 147 leaves room for mess-ups. Does not matter how many people hit them. You have to be perfect for the 9. You can't twitch. MC John McDonald concurs with that. 9-darter, he said. I agree. A 9-darter is harder, as the stats prove, said McDonald's onstage colleague, PDC referee Kirk Bevins. The Kirkulator also tweeted this out, making note of the importance of fractions. Number of frames divided by number of 147s compared with number of legs divided by number of 9-darters. The 9-darters are rarer, he said, but it's reasonably close. For professionals in their respective sport, darts is harder. 9 shots at static targets from same distance in 3 different places, replied an incredulous Chris Mason, former dart star turned pundit. Harder than a 147? My head's gonna fall off. Steve M. did post some stats for us. In the World Snooker Championships, there have been 10 maximum breaks, roughly 1 in every 124 matches. In the PDC World Darts Championship, there have been 9 perfect legs, or roughly 1 in every 147 matches. Steve goes on, there have been 265 9-darters recorded in PDC history, or 1 in every 419 matches over 25 years. The Sport Radar Snooker database, meantime, gives a frequency of 1 maximum break in every 247 matches. But they aren't going for 147s every time, noted Jay. A shot to nothing landing on a bulk color is like going for double 3 first start, which wouldn't result in a 9-darter. This would prove the 9 is harder, said Andrew Laws, because there would be even less frames where a 147 was attempted increasing the regularity of it happening. It all left Matthew Thompson searching for answers at confusion.com. I'll try this one, countered Mason. Maybe back in the day on the old shitboards, a 9 was almost as difficult to achieve as a 147. However, on the new boards, it's almost a shock when one isn't hit on a weekend. That is a very good point right there. Love this comment. No debate, it's the 147, replied Evil Zippy, who says he's not a great darts player, but does hit the occasional 9. Love that. A not great snooker player, he goes on, doesn't have a hope in hell of ever getting near 147. The reality is, stated Dave Vaughn, a decent club player has a great chance at a 9-darter. No club snooker player will ever get a 147 unless they're good prospects. Great chance? Asked Connor Kane. Many top dart pros go their career without hitting one. Hardest of them all, said JS, hitting a 146, turning down the 147. Go on, Ronnie. Ronnie O'Sullivan, of course, considered by many to be the best snooker player ever, did that once. He passed on the maximum. Been there, done that, he must have been thinking. Incidentally, O'Sullivan holds the record for most 147s in professional play with 15, and the record for the fastest 5 minutes, 8 seconds. Michael Van Gerwen, meantime, the world #1 dart player, has 5 televised 9-darters, if that means anything. No doubt MVG has countless more on the floor. Last word to David Spartan, who posed the real question, has anyone done both? Well, if you've done one or the other, you get a great big wow for me. They're both tough, polarizing perfection today on High Roller Radio.